Hey you guys, it's Erica here from Minding Business, and as usual, I'm super excited to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to my new video, and I'm gonna dive right in. So since my last video about selling my business, many people have been asking questions, and it really is related to how do you know when it's time to sell? How do I know if I can sell my business? And why did you sell your business? So I am going to give you guys 3 things that you should probably consider before exiting your business. And when I say exiting the business, because I'm going to say it a lot of times throughout this video, that means either selling the business, closing the business, or maybe just stepping down as the business, the leader, the CEO, the CEO, or whatever leader capacity you have in the business. So let's dive right into it. All right, the number 1 thing that you want to consider is volatility. That is really important right now because the price of raw materials has gone up, like literally like through the roof. Not literally, but it's gone up. And so as a small business owner, that can pose challenges because that means that you may have to take a cut on your profit margins, or you may have to increase the price of your product or service. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to take a price cut on your profit margin? Can you do that? And are you willing to raise the price of the product or service? Now, let me give you an example of you having to raise the price of a product or service. Let's say that you are a candle business and you make these really, really cool scented candles. They're so awesome. Your customers love them. For an 8-ounce candle, you charge $19, and now it costs so much for your wax and for your essential oil and for your wicks and for your candle glasses. And now you're like, okay, so now I'm paying $2 more for my products. Now I'm going to have to increase my price. So now you go from selling your candles for $19 and now you're selling your candles for $25. Will your customers still buy the candles? Or do you have to implement something else? So now maybe you put it in like a little baggie and it makes it even cuter and it causes the product to look a little fresher, and that warrants the extra $6 that you're charging. That's just an example. The price point is just an example, but that is an example of what you may have to do because the raw materials and the price of almost everything when it comes to running a business has gone up. Now, of course, that is for my product-based entrepreneurs. When we talk about our service-based entrepreneurs, many people have lost their jobs. Many people are finding themselves in positions of financial straits right now. So your service that you're offering, is that price point somewhere where your market is willing to continue to pay that price? Is the service warranting that price point? And if you could go up a few dollars, can you go up and still be successful in really trying to penetrate that market and get those customers in and acquire new customers? So that is one of the things that I want you to consider when thinking about exiting your business. The second thing that I want you to consider is your market. Consider your market. Where is the market trending? We're always watching the market, or else we should be always watching the market as an entrepreneur. So where is your market trending? And are you trending with the market? Is your market trending this way and you're still this way? Or is your market trending this way and you're still here? It's very important for you to make sure that you're trending with the market. It's very important for you to stay on top of the market and see what's happening. Are they still shopping the way that they were shopping before? And if they're not, how can you get them to continue to shop with you? Do you need to pivot? Are you willing to pivot? So that's another consideration. Consideration number 2. Consideration number 3 is going to be your customers. Consider your customers. How are your customers receiving your product? How are they perceiving your product? Are they looking at your product as being a staple, something that they have to have? Even if it's not a necessity, they have to have it. There are some products that I have right now and that I'm just like a loyal customer to these businesses because I just have to have the product. Not a necessity, but it's such a darn good product. So is your product one of those? And if not, how can you get it to be one of those? Or can you get it to be one of those? And so that's going to be very important. How is your customers perceiving your product or service? Also, how are they receiving the product or service? Are you acquiring new customers? Are your current customers serving as brand ambassadors because they like the product or service so much that they're going out and telling other people? Make sure that your customers are receiving and perceiving. Those are things that you need to consider when you're thinking about your third consideration, which is your customers. Your market penetration and your market reception is very, very important. Are you willing to do what you need to do to pivot along with the market? Everyone's market is changing. I don't care what field you're in, because we are changing as a society. We have changed the way that we shop. We have changed the way that we look at prices. And so your business needs to change along with that. Or does it? Some businesses can stay put and just do exactly what they're doing because they created such a great niche in their market that their customers aren't going anywhere. And like I said, there are some businesses that I shop with that are like that, where I'm like, I'm still a loyal customer, so those are some things that you want to consider. I have a bonus consideration, and that bonus consideration is personal. So if you have some personal things that's going on, whether it's some mental health stuff, whether it's time, whatever it is, and you need to try to focus on your personal side, and your personal side is impeding on your business or vice versa, that's another consideration that you really want to take into account when you're thinking about if you're ready to exit your business. Now, people are asking, how do I get my business to the point where I can sell it? Can I even sell this business? Can I make money from off of this business during the sale? How or where do I go to get someone to acquire the business? There are a lot of different ways for you to find out if your business is sellable. One of the most important ways is to ask some of your colleagues. I'm an entrepreneur. What do you mean colleagues? I mean your fellow entrepreneurs. Ask them. See how they feel about it. And if you want, ask them anonymously. So maybe create like maybe a 3-question little survey that you can send out and ask them to complete this 3-question survey, and then look at the responses anonymously. Would they be willing to pay a certain amount for your business? Would they even want a business like that? Buying a business is a huge undertaking, especially if you are giving someone a business that has all different types of stuff going on. Now, if you're giving someone a turnkey business that's making a ridiculous amount of money, and we have seen trends up as far as sales go over the past few years, then great, you have a business that has a red bow tied on it, and you can go sell that business. You want to make sure you have an idea of how much your business is worth. And so in order to do that, you want to go get a business valuation, which can be done online. I do not have a website to give you. But if you go to Google, type in business valuation, there are many, many companies out there that will do a business valuation for you. And then you can take that number, and that'll give you a ballpark figure of how much you can sell your business for. You do want to make sure that your business is in a position to be sold. So in order to do this, you want to make sure that your numbers are where they're supposed to be. You want to make sure that your books are right. You want to make sure that your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, because you don't want to give someone a business where they have to come in and they have to do all of these different things. So they already paid you for this business, and they have to put a bunch of money into it, and they have to try to figure out, okay, let's start from scratch. You don't want that. That's not ideal, I should say, but some businesses will still sell like that. So those are the things that you want to consider. If you have any additional questions, of course, you guys, you can always leave the comments below. Ask me the questions here. I'm usually really good with responding. You can also DM me, because you are following me on social media, right? Follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm most active, at Mommy CEO. Send me a DM. I will answer your DMs. And then sometimes I do like those lives, or I'll do a video to answer the DMs if I get the same types of questions. You can also book a consultation on my website. It's ericanperry.com. And a lot of people have been asking about the angel investing because if you are following me on Instagram, I talked about that. I have started to dabble into some investing. If you're interested in learning more about that, ericanperry.com. Follow me on social media. I keep saying social media, but it literally is just Instagram. That's the only platform that I'm really active on, at Mommy CEO. And if you have not subscribed yet, why? Why haven't you subscribed? Subscribe to my channel, please. If you like this video, if you think that it can serve someone else or assist someone else, please share it. And please give me a thumbs up. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this quick video answered your questions. If it didn't, I told you what you can do. Comment, like, follow, share, all those good things at Mommy CEO on Instagram. ericanperry.com is my website, and there you can find out so many other important details on how you can book me, how you can submit your company for investing, and all of those good things. Have a great day, guys.